Hey guys, so as I mentioned in a previous video, I was at Urban Outfitters one day and I saw this brush set by BH Cosmetics, and I had never tried anything by BH Cosmetics at that point, and so I was curious, so I bought it. It's the Sculpt and Blend 2 10-piece brush set, and it was $20. There's 10 brushes in the collection or set, and so that would be $2 a brush. And I thought, wow, what a great way to try them. And at first, when I saw the box, I thought this looked kind of short, so I thought it was like a travel set or a short-handled set. And there was one box open on the shelf, so I just kind of pulled it out to take a quick look at it. And they are full-size brushes. So let me go through it with you and show you what you get for $20, tell you what I like about them, tell you what I don't like about them, and would I buy them again, knowing everything that I know now. So let's start with something that I don't like about them. I hate to start it off on a negative note, but it isn't a big deal. But it's still something that kind of bugs me. They take forever to dry when you wash them. I deep clean my brushes every day. It's a personal choice. You don't have to do that, but I just like to deep clean my brushes every day. Probably the reason why I do that is because I get attached to certain ones and want to use them every single day. Even though I have a lot of brushes, if I find brushes that I like, I want to use them every day. So instead of using something else the next day because that one is dirty or spot cleaning them, I just choose to deep clean my brushes every day. Once I've used something, I don't know, I just don't feel comfortable using it again if I've already used it in makeup. So I don't know, maybe I'm a kind of a neat freak in that regard or a germophobic, but that's just what I do. So because I deep clean my brushes every day, they're really wet and I wring out the excess water after I clean them. But with these brushes, some of them, not the eye brushes, but the face brushes, are still wet the next day. And I hate that because if I like a brush, I want to use it every day. So that kind of bugs me. And the other thing that I don't like about them, I might as well just get the stuff that I don't like out of the way since I started in. The other thing I don't like about them is that even though I am deep cleaning them, there are certain brushes that get stained and I can't get them clean. No, and I've tried cleaning them with with different types of cleaning agents. And yeah, they won't come clean. Now, I've had this issue before with brushes. I don't know if any of you are familiar with Zoeva brushes, but the same thing happened to me. Oops, sorry. The same thing happened to me with some of my Zoeva brushes. My friend June has sent me 2 different sets of Zoeva brushes, and I think it was the first set that she sent me, which is like their basic brush line. I had the exact same thing happen with those. And what it is the foundation that I am currently using, which is NARS All Day Luminous Foundation, is a super, super pigmented foundation. And it's almost like doing your makeup with pure pigment. It's that rich in pigment. So it's probably the fault of the foundation, because if I was using something else, I don't think that would be an issue. But I like that foundation and that's what I'm currently using, so I should be able to use whatever I want for brushes. And it happens when I use my Beauty Blender sponge, it happens when I use my Zoeva foundation brush, and now it's happening when I use my BH Cosmetics foundation brush. So don't like that either. However, like I said, it's not really the fault of the brush so much as it is the foundation. Now, if I used a different brush with that foundation other than Zoeva or BH Cosmetics, I can clean those. So it has something to do with the material. Oh, by the way, these are synthetic man-made material brushes. So it has something to do with the material that they use to make them out of. They're very prone to staining. And you know, they don't tell you exactly what it's made out of, so I don't know what that material is, but something synthetic. So I might as well start with this brush then. This is the 123 brush, and you can see that even though I clean the heck out of this, and I don't know, the bristles just get discolored. So I hate that it's clean, but it's stained. So if you have any tips or tricks, and trust me, I would be very surprised if you had this issue and then found a solution to it, because I've tried so many different things to correct this issue and I can't seem to do that. But if you know of something that is really great at cleaning stained brushes, let me know. And maybe, you know, if it's something that I can buy in a store, don't recommend me anything that I have to get on a website because I have shipping issues. But if you know of something I can buy in a store, I read somewhere that Dr. Bronner's is a really great brush cleaner, and I guess they sell that at Target. So I could pick up a bottle of that. I've heard that's really good. So yeah. Anyway, this is the 123 buffing brush. Flat top buffing brush, and this is what I've been using for foundation, and I love the brush itself and the performance, but yeah, I just don't like that it's stained. Something good about these brushes, like I said, I deep clean them every day, and I've been using them every day for a couple of weeks now, so they've had 2 solid weeks of being used every single day, and they are not falling apart. Now, that should be the case with all brushes, but it isn't always. I've had issues with brushes that fall apart. It hasn't happened that often, but it can happen. So these are very sturdy. The ferrule is not coming loose from the handle. The bristles are not falling out or breaking off. So they seem to be very well made, and I haven't had any issues with that. And what I've noticed is that when you do have an issue with that with brushes, it doesn't usually take that long to show up. So very well made, very well performing, but takes a long time to dry and has a tendency to stain. All right, now let me go through the rest of the brushes with you besides this one. And they don't all stain, it's just my foundation brush, and there's one other one that has stained, which I'll show you in a minute. This is the 124 brush, tapered face blending brush. And what I've been using this for is bronzer. And I love it to bronze the perimeter of my face. Very nice. Love it. Next one is the 125 brush. And this is the tapered contour brush. And what have I been using this for? I've been using this to contour my face, and very nice, love it. What is next? 126 brush. This is the Precision Blush brush, and works great at applying blush. I love that these have the two-tone bristles. I think that's really pretty. This next brush is the 127 Angled Face Shader Brush. This one I don't like. This is a no-go for me. When it comes to this type of brush, the only time I've ever found a brush like this that I like is the Real Technique sculpting brush. That is awesome. If you are looking for this type of brush to contour your face, this is what it looks like. Sorry, BH Cosmetics, but let's get real here. This is the best angled contour brush I've ever found, and this is my preference for contouring my face. And at one time you could only get this in a set. Now it's available individually. So this I recommend for contouring my face. All right, back to the BH Cosmetics brushes. This is the 128 Small Deluxe Blending Brush. I use this usually to apply my highlight. I find that it's really great for that. You could also use it for blending your concealer. It would work great for that as well, but I actually like it for highlighting. And then this is the 129 brush. This is the small round blending brush, and this is a good eye contour crease brush. Great. The 130 large shader brush. I use this to pack eyeshadow onto my lids. By the way, I didn't use these brushes today because I wanted them to be dry. The foundation brush is still not dry from yesterday. But yeah, I wanted you to see what they look like when they're not wet. So I didn't use any of these brushes today, but I've been using them every day for the last 2 weeks. So anyways, I use this to put on my lid shade. And then we have the 131 nose contour brush. I don't contour my nose. My nose is not wide, and I don't want it to be more narrow than it is. I think it's, you know, about the right width that it should be. So I don't contour my nose. So I was trying to think of something else I could do with this, but because of the shape of it and the nature of the brush, that's pretty much all you could do with it. So I don't use this one, but it looks like it would probably work great for that. And then we have the 132 Precision Detailer brush. I love these kinds of brushes, and I find that they are perfect for taking a little bit of eyeshadow and going right along the lower lash line. I love to take one of the colors in my eye look and do that. I think it really makes it look done, so you can never have too many of these. One day I used a dark colored eyeshadow, and now it's stained. So the foundation brush and this brush are stained. So hopefully I'll find something that I can get that stain off of. All right, would I still buy this set knowing what I know now? They can have a tendency to stain, and they take forever to dry. I would still buy this set over again in a heartbeat. I love it. I feel like they perform really well, and I think that for $20 for this set, I think that's a real steal. I really enjoy them, and I would definitely give this a big thumbs up. So if you have an Urban Outfitters near you, I would say pick this up. If you don't have an Urban Outfitters near you, you may see it somewhere else that sells BH Cosmetics. Or if you don't have any shipping issues, you could always order it online. So that is it for today, you guys. And thanks so much for watching and subscribing, and I'll see you next time. Bye.